I'm going to create new, so I click on create and document, and we're going to talk a little bit about documents and some of the features that it has. You'll notice Documents is similar to an older version of Microsoft Office. It has a lot less features than the new Microsoft Office 2010, but it also has some really powerful features that you're not going to find with the Office suite. When I want to rename my document, in the upper left-hand corner here, I click on Untitled Document, and I'm going to call this Lesson on Google Document. Oops. And I'm going to click OK. So now my document has a name. Just like you would in Microsoft Office, you just start typing what you're going to do. Here is my assignment. Okay. So you'll see that I spelled the word wrong here. In order for me to change that properly, you right-click on it and it gives you some suggestions. It also asks if you want to add it to your dictionary or always ignore it. For example, my last name gets tagged as being spelled wrong frequently. I might want to add that to my dictionary. So I'm going to click on the proper word. I can change my font just like I can in Office. I'm going to highlight my words. I click here on the font and I'm going to change it from Arial to Georgia. I'm going to change my size from 11 to 24. I can make it bold, italic, underlined. I can change my text color to red. I can also, using that same A and the drop-down arrow, change the highlighting behind the text, and I'm going to make that yellow. Isn't that beautiful? One other feature I forgot to mention, on the left-hand side, you can click on your zoom, so you can zoom in or out, depending on how large you want to view your text. And if you don't want it to be normal text, you can choose between title, subtitle, heading 1, 2, and 3, and there are also some other options that you can set as well. Back to exploring the right-hand side of the toolbar. After I've changed the text color and background, the next option here is to insert a link. This is something I might do if I were putting in a website. You'll notice that if it recognizes your text as a link, it'll automatically hyperlink it for you. If you ever need to add a link that is not a specific web page, for example, say I want to link this word assignment. I highlight it, I click on this link, insert link. Now what Google does is it actually searches the internet as well as my documents to see if it can find automatically what I want. But it didn't. So I'm going to enter my link that I'd like it to link to and click apply. That link now becomes a live link. To get to it, when you click on the word, you then click on the URL and you'll see it open in a new page. If you ever need to change it, you simply click on change, or if you'd like to remove it altogether, you simply click on remove. We'll talk about inserting comments in a moment. Here I can align my text left, center, right, or justify it. I can change my line spacing to single, double, add spacing before and after the paragraph, or make it custom. Just like in Microsoft Office and other word processing programs, I can create a numbered list, a bulleted list. I can change what my bullets look like. I can decrease my indent or increase my indent. If I've copied something over from a website, I might want to clear the formatting. If I highlight that and click clear formatting, it now goes back to just plain old boring text. I can send the text to the left or to the right using these two options here. Okay, now we're going to talk about the file bar. When I click on File, you'll see Share, New, Open, Rename, Make a Copy, Move to Folder, See Revision History, Language, Download As, Publish to Web, Email Collaborators, Email as Attachment, Page Setup, and Print. A lot of these things are more advanced features that we'll cover at another time. For now, you can always go to File and New and create a new document, presentation, spreadsheet, form, or drawing, or you can open an existing document. You can move the particular document you're working on into a folder for better organization. You can see revision history, so you can see what you changed and when. There haven't been many edits to this one, so you're not going to see a whole bunch. Those appear on the right-hand side. And of course, you can always download it as a Microsoft document, a rich text format, PDF, plain text, or web page so that you can share it with others who may not have Google Drive. The next option up here is Edit, where you have Undo, Redo, usually cut, copy, and paste, the Web Clipboard, Select All, Find and Replace, very similar features to Microsoft Office. You also have View. Right now you're in Print Layout. You can change that. You can add your equation toolbar. You can do compact controls or full screen. The next menu we're going to explore is the Insert menu. You see you have a variety of options here, many of which we will not cover in the beginning class for Google Apps, but we will cover the basics. When you click on Image, you'll have multiple options on how to insert an image into your document. You can upload them from your computer by clicking on the blue button in the middle, searching through your files, choosing an image, and it will upload and automatically insert into your Google Doc. Another option to insert an image, we go back to Insert and choose Image. I can take a snapshot using my webcam, make sure to allow, and remember. Another option for inserting an image is by URL. Here you can paste the URL of an image you found on the internet. Please make sure that it is copyright or Creative Commons cleared before you insert it. You can also insert images from your albums if you have your Google Plus activated and have photos in it. You can also upload images directly from your Google Drive if you have any saved in there. The next option on the menu bar is Format. This offers many of the same options that you find in that Format toolbar right below here that helps you format the text that you have on your page. This adds things like strike-through, superscript, and subscript, and allows you to apply those paragraph styles. The next option is Tools. Here you have your spell check. We have a research tool which can define a word by searching. So I'm going to look for dog, and what Google does is actually pull definitions from the internet so that you can find out what a word means. Other tools available for you are word count, translated document, script editor, and preferences. The next option in your toolbar is Table, and this allows you to quickly insert a table by going to Insert Table. Choose the number of columns and rows that you'd like the table to have, and when you click down, it automatically inserts the table for you and makes it a proper size. You can now make edits to that table by going back to that table menu. You can insert more rows, more columns, delete rows and columns, or delete the entire table. You can also set the table properties, such as the border. You can make it white so that it blends in. You can change the point value of it. You can set the dimensions of your column width and the minimum row height, the cell padding, which is the area around the text in your cells so that it doesn't bunch up with the lines. You can even change the background color on your cells. You can choose whether they align to the top, center, or bottom, and you can choose where your table aligns to the left, center, or right. You can also give a left indent if you choose. So I've made this cell orange and all of my lines are now white so I can't see them. It's a little bit difficult to navigate through the table, so you might want to wait to take your border off until after you're done setting up your table. The next option on your menu is Add-ons. This is a more advanced feature, and then you have your Google Help menu, which will bring you right to Google Docs Help. You can report an issue or abuse, and you can see a list of keyboard shortcuts. Well, now for one of the more powerful features of Google Drive. In the upper right-hand corner, you see a blue button that says Share. When you hover over it, it tells you right now that it's private. I'm going to click on the Share button, and up pops this menu. It gives me a link to share. I can also share by email, Google+, Facebook, or Twitter, but more importantly is this Who Has Access button. Right now my document is set to private, and I am the owner. If I'd like to invite collaborators, I go to this box down here that says invite people, and I begin to type the name of a person I'd like to collaborate with. I'm going to choose one of my other Google accounts. You'll then see next to that you have a Can Edit option. When you click on that down arrow, you have 3 different options for the amount of collaboration you'll allow people. You can have them edit, comment, or view. When they can view, they can't make any changes to the document. When they can comment, all they can do is add comments, which we'll talk about in a minute. And the biggest feature, Can Edit, allows them to do all of those things. You can add a message to the document, so when you share with collaborators, you can say what you need to tell them. You can also send a copy to yourself and paste the item right into an email. Once you hit send, an email goes out to that person to let them know that they've been added as a collaborator on your document. I'm going to click Done. Now you can see when you hover over that it's been shared with one person. You can share with as many people as you want. You can also change somebody's access. Right now, Shannon and Mersan can edit. I can also change that person to the owner. If I no longer wish to have that document in my folder, but I think it's still helpful to my collaborators, I can make somebody else the owner before deleting it from my drive. That way I don't have to worry about them losing the work that they've done. I can also revoke editing privileges and change them back to can view only. That way they can no longer make changes after a certain period of time. Next to the blue Share button is a Comments button. This will bring up a menu on the right-hand side that allows you to see all the comments made on a document. So if I click on this image and I want to make a comment, when I add the comment, an email is automatically generated to the other users in the group so they can see comments have been added. Other users in the comment can click on the comment. You can edit or delete it. Other users will see a button that says Resolve to mark whether a comment has been taken care of or not. This can be a really powerful tool if you have your students sharing their documents with you for grading. If you want to get back to your Google Drive from a Google Doc and you don't see it open in your tab bar, you can always click in the upper left-hand corner and that will bring you right back to your Google Drive.